Okay, let's take a look at order matters. So let's take the point 2, 4 again, and let's do a vertical expansion equaling 2, and let's do a vertical translation up 2. So if I do a vertical expansion of 2, I multiply the y value by 2, and then if I do a vertical translation up 2, I go up 2. Now, what if we take that exactly the same point and we do those instructions in the opposite order, v of t equaling positive 2 and vertical expansion equaling 2? Well, if I go up 2, 4 plus 2 is 6, and then if I multiply the y value by 2, I get 212. Now notice my one point of 210 is different than my other point, and we should be suspicious because we did exactly the same instructions in a different order. Now we're going to get a little bit to theory on order for about 30 seconds right now. What do you do when you get to a stop sign? You stop. That is the law, and we do that. Now, if there is a police officer waving you through that stop sign, you do not stop. There might be a danger, and you should drive through that stop sign with a little bit of caution. So the point here is, if you're told to do something in a certain way, like a certain order or another order, you do it in that order. So the analogy there, if the teacher tells you to do it in a certain order, we do it in that order. All else, we follow the laws bedmass. Translations last. They're going to give you ridiculous mnemonic devices like cert and rect, which do compressions and expansions and reflections before translations, or reflections and expansions and compressions before translations. But we already learned bedmass. 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 Where we do multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. Try not to introduce any new mnemonic devices unnecessarily. Translations last. So now, what if I have the equation y equals x squared, not this again. Now, let's do a vertical expansion equaling 2. So I'm going to put 1/2 y in for y, remembering substituting the opposite operation for the variable. And then I'm going to do up 2, so a vertical translation equaling positive 2, and substituting the opposite operation for the variable, y minus 2 in for y. Excuse me, I'm going to take the equation and I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 first. Then I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do on the line that I said I was going to do it, and put y minus 2 in for y, and then I'm going to get 2x squared, and then I'm simply going to add 2 to both sides. And again, if you want to be lazy and put the 2 over here, I'm going to show you why that's dangerous right now. So what if I take the same equation, y equals x squared, and I do the instructions in the opposite order, and first of all do a vertical translation equaling positive 2, simply taking y and putting y minus 2 in for y, and then adding 2 to both sides. Then I want to do a vertical expansion of 2, the second step, a vertical expansion equaling 2, taking y and making it 1/2 y. Sometimes the video is going to get in the way of my notes. I'm sorry, so I'm going to do it on the left. I'm going to put 1/2 y in for y. And for all the lazy people who just put a 2 in front of the x squared, now when we multiply both sides by 2, we get the equation y equals 2x squared plus 4. I have to multiply both the x squared and the 2 by x squared and the positive 2 by 2 to get 2x plus 4. Not the same equation as before, given the same instructions in an opposite order. Again, order matters. If you're given an equation, do it according to bedmass. Multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. Basically, translations last. The only time we would ever do it in a different order is if a teacher specifically told you to do it in that order to make sure you fully understand.